Welcome to Olosway here. Your amazing podcast is your health coach Stefano here, and today we have our amazing friend Melanie.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Olosway.
A new health approach.
So today we are going to talk with you with this amazing and heavy topic, right?
Yeah.
Because it's something which every one of us must know and understand the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? Of the, let's say, the dark side of everything which is related to what made you have this sort of choice, right?
True.
Okay, and tell about you. I mean, so you all know who you are, what you do.
Oh, my name is Melanie. I'm basically from the Netherlands. I grew up in Belgium, partly. 2.5 years ago, I came to Portugal, and I had my whole journey with telecom companies, as we both know. It's
Yeah, yeah. Long story.
Let's
Long
not talk
story.
about the other topic. Other topic.
Yes.
So, well, in the end, I ended up in a nice pasta restaurant as a manager.
Yeah, very beautiful,
Yes,
as we said
we are
already.
now recording,
Yeah.
basically. Not us goes crazy.
I will love some pasta after that. you know,
Yeah,
never know.
and
well,
yeah, well, I have
but,
an
but sorry, now that we are talking about food, let's just jump into the conversation, right? Because it
yeah,
actually is food related, right?
very
How everything began for you?
well. How everything began? Well, it's a very rough start, basically, because it was now already 3 years ago that I made the decision. I was in a very deep point. I was still with my ex-boyfriend that was very abusive. And I was weighing 130 kilos.
Oh wow,
Yeah, yeah.
that's quite a lot.
That's quite a lot. And it was still in the Corona time. Corona started, when was it? 2020?
Yeah, 3 years
Like
ago. Yeah.
March 2020.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I was weighing at that point 110 kilos.
Right.
And in the Corona time, I think everyone knew it already. Everyone gained weight
Yeah, yeah.
because we were sitting home. But I gained at 1 month 20 kilos.
Right.
I was not happy with anymore with myself. I couldn't shop clothes. I couldn't express myself anymore. People were looking down on me, and also my relationship was also not going well at all. And at one point, I was sitting at the doctor, and I told her like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm so depressed, and I want to get the surgery, a gastric bypass.
So it was actually your decision.
Yes.
And but what was the take of the doctor in this case? Because it's a quite a heavy procedure, right?
Yes, so when I was already like 10 years old, I was already putting on diets. My parents already putting me to dietists, to doctors, and I was already putting it a lot, beat it up because I was fat.
Right.
And when I became 18, I already wanted to make that decision. I already went to the doctor to see how it goes, what the procedure is, and etc. But it was still very scary for me because it's a big step,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
especially when you're 18 years old. It's a quite heavy step to take.
Indeed.
And I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna wait a little bit, just try everything what I got to lose the weight on my own.
Right.
And
So you actually tried.
I tried,
Right.
I tried keto. I went to the dietist, like a lot of diet light products, and
But in your let's say what made you fail or maybe made you not be able to perceive or keep going with the diet or maybe going to complete whatever response the health practitioner gave to you.
Well, I think it was also a lack of discipline.
Right. Okay.
I need to say that honestly. The thing was, I didn't have that kind of discipline because I didn't have people around me to support me.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
I was still in that abusive relationship, and he was telling me like, if you don't do that, I will break up with you,
Right.
that kind of stuff. So people were not supporting me
Right.
at all.
Right.
You
Right.
know, they were like, you're taking just the easy way. You know, but people need to understand it's not just the easy way. You know, for my mind, I tried everything, and the doctors also agreed on that, that I tried everything. And yeah, on the date 18th
Okay.
September 2021, I made the, no, not 2020, I made the decision to
Okay.
get the surgery. Well, the decision, that date was the operation.
And how the people around you uh, took that decision you made, what they told you, what how they perceive it, how
Well, they were more focusing on the negative parts of the
right.
gastric bypass.
It's quite scary. I can
Yeah,
understand.
it's quite scary in a way because, for example, in America, it's already like just do it. You know,
Right.
it's already way more. Uh,
Accepted.
yes, indeed,
Right.
they have even restaurants that they have menus especially for
For
people that have
okay.
gastric bypass.
Okay. All right.
But in Europe, it's still like an unknown thing.
Right.
So that's why it's more scary. And people were always saying like you can die from the operation, but like if you have a cut and you need to be operated and you have a big infection, you can also die from that.
You can die for any kind
Yeah,
of yeah.
indeed. So it's not even, it's not like a more risk than having that you need to, for example, replace something that's very general
Right.
operation. So, well, people around me were like very skeptical,
Skeptical. Yeah.
skeptical. They were like, yeah, should you do that? I don't know. They were not really going with me in the same direction, but I was like, fuck it.
You know, maybe from one side, I can understand what the people will say to you, but from another side, by watching or seeing your point of view,
Mhm.
it's obvious that once you are alone to let's say affront, I don't know if it's an English word, but to pursue some decisions, it's quite hard, right? Sometimes
Yeah,
people people cry they're actually crying for help, but the others are not able to listen.
indeed. Well, it's more like at one point I just decided to do it because I need to live with it. It's my own
It's
body.
your body, your
And
choice. Yeah,
it's my choice,
yeah, yeah.
and if people don't
Indeed.
agree with it, then okay, fine
Indeed.
then.
But let's understand first of all, because we didn't say that, right?
Mhm.
What is a gastro?
So basically, gastric bypass is intestinal. Well, you have your stomach. They cut it in basically in half,
Right.
and they take one intestine to the smaller part.
Intestine, you mean intestine, right?
Yeah, intestine.
Okay,
Yeah.
right, right, right.
So they take that part to the smaller part, and that's your stomach, like this.
Right.
It's very very small. You don't have the stomach part.
Like a coin, like a
Yeah, like a coin.
okay,
That's basically your stomach,
right,
and from there, they do the operation with sticks. So I have also like 5 marks. You don't see it anymore that much,
right,
but yeah, they do everything with sticks to cut it and etc.
right.
You can put it back as normal.
It is
They don't
it's
take it out.
reversible.
Yes, they can they don't take it out.
You can reverse it.
If I want,
Oh
yes,
wow.
yes. It doesn't happen
This,
that much,
this is
but
interesting. But
yeah.
okay, in your experience, how was the journey in that period? So how was the recovery phase? How was your new life? Because it's been changing a lot of things, I guess.
For sure, for sure. Well, the first 2 weeks were horrible.
I guess.
I
I
I
guess.
couldn't walk.
Oh wow.
I was in the living room of my mother's, what for me was already horrible.
Right.
You didn't have any privacy or etc.
Yeah.
I couldn't go normally to the toilet. I couldn't even walk because we detected that one of the walls
Right.
had a big infection.
Oh, nice.
Like there was even coming green pus out of it. It was smelled so bad.
Oof.
Yeah, I was
Oof.
in so much pain. Like don't wish anybody that kind of
Mm.
pain. It was like normally not usual. Normally you don't get infections,
Right.
but one thing I did pretty bad was they didn't recommend to smoke, and I was still smoking. It
Please, listeners, don't take this as an example, right?
was the most baddest example ever because normally they don't recommend smoking ever, but
I
only
guess
after 6 weeks, and I was already after the operation immediately smoking. So
only after 6 weeks.
yeah.
Okay. That's anyway a short period. I mean,
Well, they don't recommend it at all, They say just quit it. Because I'm not saying that they recommend back smoking, but they told me like just quit it for wherever.
well,
But yeah.
sounds like a doctor.
But I was like I couldn't resist it. I was in so much stress basically, and I was already after the operation immediately smoking,
Mamma mia.
I think that was like the main problem. That's why I got that infection for sure.
What?
Yeah. So it was kind of my own fault. But also with eating after one spoon
Right.
of yogurt, I
Right.
was full.
Oh wow. That's
Like,
quite.
that kind of feeling you had like a big meal, like you a full plate and you finish it all and you have that heavy feeling on
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
stomach that
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God, like I'm gonna explode.
After a spoon of yogurt.
One spoon of
But
yogurt.
how could you even survive? I mean,
Well, that's the thing, like that was the most difficult difficult part of it. Your mind needs to switch like this. Normally with a diet it comes along, if you do it on your own. But here you didn't have a choice.
right.
You couldn't eat more because otherwise you will get sick.
Yeah.
And it's like not normally sick. Diarrhea, puking, you get dizzy, you get shivering, like you get a fever.
Wow.
That kind of sick. Sometimes it lasts 30 minutes, sometimes it can last like 4 hours.
Yeah, let's say you've been putting your body under a big amount of stress, so your body just reacting to it. So
Indeed.
it's pretty normal. It's pretty
Yeah,
normal.
indeed. So what a normally intake of calories for a woman is like 2000, something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, basically
Reduce that to an intake of 200 calories a day.
200. Oh
Yeah.
wow, it's not maybe a rabbit who can survive with that amount. How?
Indeed, I in the first in the first 4 weeks, I needed to mix my food. So I was not allowed to have any fat, any sugar, and only light products. So, for example, I needed to take like a small amount of fish, like this, with
Right.
some cooked potatoes in the mixer, and then eat it like that.
Oh my
And
God.
I was not allowed to drink while eating because otherwise it couldn't digest the food
Wow.
normally. So I needed to drink 30 minutes or 30 minutes 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after my meal. And I needed to chew my food at least like 30 times before swallowing it.
Oh wow, that's a big school of patience, learning the
Yes.
art of patience.
But I need to say, actually, every human being
Hmm.
without the operation should drink, not drink without during eating.
Okay, yeah, yeah, okay.
And even also, even you should chew that long, 20 times at minimum to get all the vitamins from your
intake.
food.
I
Yeah.
I totally agree with that, but in my case, I'm a cobra. I like, yeah, I swallow everything, swallow the food.
Yeah, no, but it was kind of frustrating because you were like already craving to that sweet.
Yeah,
You were already craving for, I don't know, some fries or whatever, something good because you were watching your other family member
never eating.
eating normal stuff. And during that 2 weeks, of course, they needed to eat everything that I really love to eat.
Wow, this heavy. I don't know if I could ever do that. Personally, I love my food, and if I try to stay in check with my stomach, even if right, it's heavy, but I would really rather do my push-ups and go for
Yeah.
it.
So
Rel-
it's also not allowed to carry heavy stuff for at least 6 weeks.
but okay, and before we've been talking that people didn't support you somehow, right? So in your point of view, right, for what you see as a yes, this is the reason. In which case the people who didn't supporting you, or even better, what they misunderstood about
Well,
gastric
what,
operation,
what they misunderstood was they thought it was the easy way.
the easy way. So this is the key word,
Yes,
the easy
the
way,
easy way.
right?
A lot of people are mentioning it even on social media. Gastric
Right.
bypass is the easy way to lose weight,
Right.
but
Well.
it's not. It's not.
Why do you say, I am a gym guy, right? A
Mhm.
martial art guy and so on. So for
Yeah,
me, training is the way, right?
sure.
I can agree or not, or with your choice. It's your
Mhm.
choice, right?
Indeed.
So if you do it, I'm still happy that you anyway you got some result, right?
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure.
the only things which I would like to understand is why do you see it for your point of view as an easy way, right? Because I will actually consider that as an easy way to escape, right?
Mhm.
Instead of going there, doing your abs, running, do your thing, right? Which is maybe not the easy way, but is the standard. Let's say like that, right? The what everybody knows,
True. Well, the thing was, back then I had also already problems, knee problems, back problems. That I'm still suffering from.
right?
And going to the gym made it already very difficult. And as I said, I had also a lack of discipline.
Right. Right.
Um, but that doesn't
So
make,
it's just a factor of being a little bit lazy.
yeah.
Okay,
Well, but
that's the juice.
yeah, indeed, that was also kind of my case, but that doesn't make a gastric bypass the easy way because, for example, for me it was like kind of more laziness indeed
Right.
in the in the gym part.
Right.
I
Right.
was doing everything right in the food part, but of course you need to combine
They
those two to
combine. Yeah.
lose
Yeah.
weight.
Yeah.
But the thing is like this operation is also given to a lot of people that actually have a lot of health problems, sleep apnea, for example, diabetes, that kind of problems.
Usually, for what I know, that type of people, they are, let's say, they exceed a certain amount of weight, right? And
Mhm.
so they is like become almost irreversible, and for them to losing weight, and that's why most of the time they give them.
Yeah,
So this is the main reason, right?
indeed. But
This is what we
also
are talking about.
the you can only be approved if you're being
Sorry.
if your BMI, well, yes, if your BMI is higher than 40.
Okay.
Mine was 46.
Right. Okay. Right.
So that's why they also agreed with it
Right. Right.
to proceed with it because beforehand you have a lot of tests that you need to
Yeah, of
go
course,
through.
they cannot do it for anyone,
No, no, no.
obviously.
Talk with the doctor, talk with the psychiatrist, talk with the dietist. You know, you need to do tests in the hospital, for example, checking on your stomach if you have problems with your stomach.
Right.
Also your food habits. If you're also strong enough to proceed with this procedure, because it can be very mentally tough. Um, Also your heart, they gonna check your blood pressure.
So there is a long procedure to do that, right?
Yeah.
About let's go back on about what you said before on you didn't feel comfortable in your own shoes at the time, right?
Mhm.
Is maybe something connected to the recent um, I would say is more a trend than a thing. The body shaming, for example, and connected to the self acceptance on whoever you are is good the way you are. You don't need to improve, even if you're like 200 kilos. You just need to love yourself the way you are, and that's it.
Yeah.
There is maybe some connection between the two words, or
Well, back then, like, I think it already changed a lot in those 3 years.
right,
But
right,
in 2020, it was still like you need to be skinny, you know,
yeah,
like people are treating you differently when you're fat. Uh, yeah, roughly said,
yeah.
fatter, bigger. When you're a bigger person, girl, they just treat you differently.
Yeah, yeah, it's true, it's true, it's true.
You know, for example, all my friends, they were like all skinny, you know. And for example, when we're going out, all the boys were asking me the number of my friends, you know. It's not nice, you know. Like when you're in that position, like it's definitely not nice, and you feel like kind of I don't know, down in a way.
Yeah,
Like, why are they never asking my number? You know, why are they never asking for me? Also, for example, I back then I lost my job and I was searching for another job. For a team leader, you know, I was perfectly qualified for it. But then another person came in, blonde, very skinny, you know, fake boobs,
right.
that kind of stuff. And um, she had even less experience than me,
But she was
less degree than me. She didn't have any degree in a job even,
right.
and they hired her.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, this is the truth. In Italy, we say altezza mezza bellezza, or anyway, beauty helps.
Indeed.
If you're a male or female,
Yeah,
beauty
and
helps.
when I lost all my weight, my God, like men were like sharks on me, like they were jumping on me basically, you know, like my God, I want your number. Like they were seeing me.
Yeah, yeah.
And for me, it was like, oh my God,
What's
but
happening?
what's happening? And even like people that didn't like me back then, like guys, they were like texting me like, oh my God, you lost so much weight. Oh my God, you look so beautiful. Block. Bye.
Yeah, well, it is the
Because the thing is,
revenge.
my personality never changed.
Yeah, okay, you're the
Like
person you are. Yeah, yeah.
people that know me right now, like they think I'm crazy, but I was the same crazy when I was still a bigger girl. But then they find me annoying. Now they find me funny,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah. Unfortunately, it is what it is. The world works like that. The world doesn't have to be good, a good place, or doesn't have to be a bad place. It is just the world. It can be it is really unfair most of the time.
Indeed.
This is how it works. Or you can adjust yourself to it,
True.
or you just perish. It is what it is. Or you can try to change the world, of obviously,
Well,
but I don't see it like what do you think?
in my opinion, for now, because I've been fat, now I'm the skinny girl. I can 100% say, like, of course, you need to be feeling good in yourself. When you're a bigger man, girl, I'm fully supported. I love your confidence. for sure, I
Right.
love it. But the only thing what I think is wrong right now on social media is that they promote it.
Yes.
You
Totally agree.
know,
Totally agree.
that's you can change the facts that's unhealthy.
Yes.
Even now that I'm skinnier, I still have problems in my knees and in my back because I was so long fat.
Yes, 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 yes. It is what it is. It's not about, okay, you need to love yourself, obviously.
Yeah, if you love yourself and you're a bigger, love that.
Yes.
You're still my friend, you know? Like, I've been a bigger girl and I loved myself back then, but the thing is, like, you're still let you're falling asleep crying
Yeah,
because
yeah,
people are not accepting you.
yeah.
You don't, you can't tell me as a bigger person with confidence that you really love yourself because I didn't.
Yeah.
People that I know that were bigger, they didn't. You know, they told you they did. You know,
I
they told
actually don't.
you that they felt confident,
Yeah.
but they don't. They don't. They really don't. You know, and it's just unhealthy. You can't change the fact it's unhealthy.
Yes, yes. This is really something which must be must be a must to everyone to accept. So before to accept yourself as a whatever issue you have, right? You should accept the fact that you should find a way to adjust the issue and not forcing maybe the some fake vision on other people in order that so they're going to react on you in the way you would like them to react, but actually inside of them they know that it's just not like that. Here for helping you to discover a new health approach. The good and the bad, Wellness Maniacs.